You know, when we think of a hero's journey, we usually picture one person standing against the whole world. Well, today, we're going to flip that script entirely. This is the story of a cosmic crisis, so huge, so impossible, that it took an entire pantheon of gods, a literal divine war council, to even create the hero who could save them all. Let's get into it.
So, this whole saga kicks off not with a hero, but with a villain. It starts with the birth of a child named Tarakasura, whose arrival literally sent shockwaves through the cosmos. I mean, this wasn't just any birth announcement. It was the start of a reign of terror that would force all of heaven to either team up or get wiped out.
Right, so how does a single kid become this universe-ending problem? Well, it all starts with some terrifyingly intense devotion and a very, very carefully worded wish.
And here's the crazy part. The crisis was actually started by a god. After 400 years of penance, Lord Brahma grants Tarakasura this boon, making him practically invincible. The only catch? The only loophole? Death could only come from a son of Shiva. Now, you'd think, okay, that's impossible, right? Shiva was a meditating ascetic, he didn't have a wife, he didn't have a son. So in rewarding Tarakasura, Brahma had accidentally created an unstoppable monster.
So with this insane power-up, Tarakasura doesn't hang around. He just rolls through the celestial realm, Svargaloka, knocks Indra, the king of the gods, right off his throne, and basically declares himself the new boss of everything. The gods are now in exile, and their only hope is pinned on a kid who doesn't even exist yet.
Okay, so the solution seems simple enough, doesn't it? The gods just need Shiva to have a son with his divine consort, Parvati. But just as the universe's greatest love story is getting started, a personal tragedy comes along and throws a massive wrench in the entire cosmic plan.
Just picture it. Shiva and Parvati are finally together, sharing a moment of pure bliss. And then their peace is completely shattered by Rati. She's the grieving widow of Kamdev, the god of love, who Shiva had, incinerated for interrupting his meditation. Her personal pain is about to become a universal problem. Boom. There it is. In a moment of absolute grief and fury, Rati lays down a curse. Parvati will be barren. That one single act, born from her sorrow, just slams the door shut on the only hope the universe has. The prophecy demands a son of Shiva, but now that son can't be born. The gods are right back where they started, only now the problem is even bigger.
So their main plan is completely toast. What do the gods do now? Panic? Nope. They get together and they collaborate. And what happens next is one of the most brilliant workarounds in mythology, a true team effort to get around a seemingly unbreakable curse.
Okay, let's unpack this celestial strategy, because it's pretty genius. First, the gods go back to Brahma, the one who started this mess, and beg for a solution. He's the problem solver here. His idea, the goddess Ganga, the sacred river, is the only one pure enough to handle Shiva's powerful divine seed. But how do you get it there? Well, that's where Agni, the god of fire, steps in. He acts as the divine messenger, basically the delivery guy, transferring the seed to Ganga. It's like a cosmic relay race against total annihilation, where every single god's unique skill is absolutely critical.
And get this, the teamwork doesn't even stop there. The child, Skanda, is born. And then the Kartikeas, these are the celestial maidens of the Pleiades star cluster, they come down to be his foster moms. They nurture him, they raise him. The whole universe is basically chipping in to raise this kid.
So Skanda grows up, and it's time for his big debut. But this isn't just a welcome to the family party. It's an armory. The gods don't just greet him, they gear him up for war. I mean, this is where you really see the divine teamwork shine. Every god contributes something vital from their own arsenal. Surya, the sun god, gives him a chariot that's literally faster than thought. Kubera, the god of wealth, hands over a powerful mace. Even Indra, the king who got kicked out, gives up his own majestic elephant. His father, Shiva, gives him a legendary bow. Twastra, the divine architect, even builds him a whole city. They are literally constructing their champion, piece by powerful piece.
And then, for the grand finale, Vishnu, the preserver of the entire cosmos, steps forward. He performs the coronation, officially crowning Skanda as Senapati, the supreme commander. This is the moment he officially becomes the leader of the entire divine military. The team is built, the plan is set, and the commander is finally in place.
All right. The hero has been created, trained, and armed by this divine committee.
The stage is now set for the ultimate showdown. And this isn't just Skanda's fight. It's the final payoff for every god's contribution, every bit of their hope.
And you can see how this all plays out in the battle itself. Indra, the former king, he attacks first and just gets completely wiped out. But his failure isn't just a defeat, it's the final proof of concept. It proves that only Shiva's son can win this thing. Then Shiva's own warrior, Virabhadra, jumps into the fight, but Shiva himself holds him back, making it crystal clear, this final honor belongs to Skanda and Skanda alone. Every single move, even the failures, are all part of the strategy here, clearing the way for their chosen one.
And then, it's the moment everyone's been waiting for. Skanda, channeling his father's power and armed with the gifts from the entire divine council, strikes the final decisive blow. Tarakasura, the so-called invincible tyrant, finally falls. That one tiny loophole in his boon was exploited by a universe-wide team effort. And just like that, the victory is total. The gods are celebrating, the cosmos is safe, and the hero, who was literally born from a divine plan and forged by a council of gods, takes his rightful place as a legend. He absolutely didn't do it alone. He was the final, brilliant tip of a very long and powerful spear, a spear wielded by the collective will of the heavens.
So what are we supposed to take away from all this? It leaves you with a really powerful idea. When you're staring down a problem that seems completely unbeatable, maybe the answer isn't to look for a lone hero. Maybe the solution is a collective one, where everyone contributes their own unique strength to a shared goal. So it makes you wonder, right? What impossible thing could we pull off if we stopped trying to be the lone hero and started acting like a